Welcome to Business Connect's YouTube channel, and this is Kajal Rubhal, your host for today. And we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Manoj Kumar Menon, the Executive Director of International Competence Centre for Organic Agriculture, aka ICCOA. With over 2 decades of experience in shaping India's organic farming movement, Mr. Menon has played a significant role in empowering farmers, promoting sustainability, and transforming agriculture practices across the country. So, thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Menon.
Thank you, Kajal ji, for inviting us. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure is all ours, Mr. Menon. Let's get started with my very first question. Okay, so we know that ICCOA has been instrumental in shaping the organic farming movement in India. So could you just please share the key milestones in your journey over the last 2 decades, with our audience out there?
Yeah. Once again, thank you, Kajal ji. As you said, and already mentioned, the International Competence Centre for Organic Agriculture is shortly, or in abbreviation, called ICCOA. This is a registered non-profit society which was established in 2004 with their headquarters in Bangalore, and we are working across 28 states in the country. When it comes to milestones, you see, when this organization was created 20 years back, organic agriculture was very new in India. Even globally, the organic agriculture was only around 25 years at that point in time, regulated organic agriculture. And in India, it had started a little late, and India was starting to export a lot. Say, for example, in 2004, when we started, India's export, the entire total export or total market of organic certified organic products were only 75 crores. And in now, the last 20 years, this market size has reached 10,000 crores. So in my organization's milestone, if I can connect that to what has happened across the country has organic agriculture and its market size has grown so much. And in this journey, this organization has also played a part, maybe a small part, but a very significant part. Among the milestones of the organization, I would say when we created ourselves, we knew that different stakeholders required capacity building, training, exposure, awareness. And therefore, we had these modules of how do you train stakeholders. For example, when we say stakeholders, we start from farmer groups like farmers organizations, farmer producer companies, societies that they create, and then we enable them on how to be certified organic. For that, again, they had to be connected to a certification body, and for funding them, because they do not have the money to do all this by themselves. So we started connecting state governments and agencies to these farmers so that they are getting funded by these agencies and government. And finally, when they become certified organic, they need markets. And therefore, as an organization, we started to create bridges or network between the farmers who are organic and the markets. So our biggest milestone is working across this value chain and helping them reach markets.
That's truly interesting to know, Mr. Menon. And we also got to know that, you have a presence, the organization has a presence across 28 states and has been playing a significant role in changing farmers' lives. Okay. So in reference to that, how do your organization, how do you, being a leader, just ensure that consistency and scalability has been performed in your initiatives, while maintaining the grassroots connections? So what would be your take on this subject?
Yes, this is again a very interesting question. Thank you. Especially this word that you use, consistency and scalability. And honestly, this is very big challenge, and it is still a work in progress. For example, in the last 20 years, in this 28 state that we have worked, we had helped 1,44,000 farmers move from conventional organic farming system to organic farming systems. In that process, we were being able to connect more than 1,50,000 hectares to become organic, and If you also add the farmer producer companies that we have created in these various regions of the country, around 3.7 lakh farmers have been touched by ICCOA's work. Even then, the consistency and scalability is still something that we are working on, because all of them, not necessarily all of them, have been fully benefited. For example, a little before I mentioned to you the market size. India is now having an organic market size of 10,000 crores. But incidentally, the total production coming out from all the organic farmers across the country, that value is around 94,000 crores. So you can imagine the farmers are producing organic products worth 94, 95,000 crores, out of which only 10,000 crores are reaching markets. So this is what I say is a work in progress. And I will address this in the upcoming questions.
Okay, great. So this brings me to my next question, that would be regarding like what would be the expected changes from your perspective that would be happening at the global level, which could just affect the overall organic culture, agriculture in Indian landscape. So could you talk about that as well?
You see, India has been moving in all important directions. I mean, something that we as Indians are all proud of in last 2 decades or a little more or less is that we have been doing as a country, we have been doing good, sometimes even great
Mm,
in various sectors. In some years before, we were only known for IT, like yeah, IT hub, information technology, software.
mm,
But today we are known for various other things.
mm,
It is our vision. It's also the vision of the government of India, the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare on one side, and APIDA, the Ministry of the Ministry of Commerce and Industries, which is represented by APIDA in organic agriculture. And there's other ministries like the Ministry of Rural Development, on one side, and very recently, since last 1 year, the Ministry of Cooperation, which creates farmer cooperatives, etc. These are all government agencies which have started working very effectively, very closely with the farmer groups and the private sector, the civil society, coming together to make India a very important hub and a very important organic hub across the world. So, like I was mentioning a little before about how do we connect the entire value chain from the production, which is small farmer, a farmer with only 1 acre, 2 acre is doing in some remote part of the country, and how could this finally reach markets in India and also globally? So, for that, Kajalji, we created three very important platforms in the last 20 years. I would also add these to the milestones of ICCOA, not only of India's organic sector, but specifically of ICCOA's milestone is in 2005, we created an international trade fair called India Organic Trade Fair.
mm,
India Organic is a platform like a bridge that brings buyers from all over the country. We bring farmer producer companies and farmers, especially with the support of the state governments, to this place, and we connect them. They learn from each other. Knowledge is shared because there are conferences. They meet with buyers and strike deals. They meet with international exporters, buyers coming from Germany, Switzerland, Italy, the United States, South Korea. These are the countries that we always been attracting here. And this platform started to grow very effectively. And Kajaji, you'll be happy to note that in 2009, this trade fair called India Organic attracted the attention of the Germany's biggest organic trade fair called Biofac. It's a fair organized by a German company called Nürnberg Messe. They and ICCOA came together in a joint venture. It's very rarely that an international company gets into joint venture with a non-profit NGO in India. And we created the Biofac India. That is, the Biofac Germany comes to India. And since 2009, in the last several years, this fair is being held in India in different locations. So it became a major milestone. Another big milestone, madam, is what we created in 2017.
mhm,
It is called Organics and Millets. That's also an international fair now, and it is held in Karnataka, in Bangalore, in collaboration with the government of Karnataka's Department of Agriculture, where ICCOA is a knowledge partner to the government. By knowledge partner, we mean that we handhold the whole process of this program, invite people, invite exhibitors, and put the whole what you call the DNA of the program. And this has been a wonderfully successful program. You might have heard of millets in the last several years. Like I think if you're in Delhi or Mumbai or in city, 4 or 5 years back, millets were very rarely in our mind space. Today we are talking and consuming a lot of millets. It is coming from this promotional program that we started in 2017, and in the last 7 years, this program, this millet as a concept has gained a lot of traction. That's another important milestone we have achieved. So this whole marketing infrastructure, the marketing system is slowly being strengthened so that India's producers, as I said, even a small farmer producing something in all parts, any part of the country, could reach any part of the world.
Okay. So, in this whole process of just, empowering farmers and promoting the collective, farming practices, are there any specific challenges that you deal with, Mr. Menon? And, what's your strategy to overcome them? Would you like to talk about that as well?
Yes, these are challenging because while organic agriculture and organic food is something that people are talking about a lot now, there is a higher awareness. But when it comes to producing them by the farmers,
Mm.
these are still very large challenges. One of the big reason of this challenge is when you do not use any pesticides, no fungicides, no chemical fertilizers, then the pest and diseases, the attack of such thing on the farm is something that farmers cannot easily, face.
Mm.
And a farmer, small farmer, the moment they see these challenges, they might be inclined to use chemical, and organic do not allow any forms of chemical. So this whole knowledge of how can I replace a chemical fertilizer with a natural products or an organic products is big challenge because it requires research and it also requires a lot of training and capacity building. It is still a work in progress. There's a lot to be done here. Second challenge is that the agriculture universities in the country has done a lot of research in chemical farming in the last 65, 70 years, what is called the green revolution agriculture.
Mm.
Now they need to shift a lot of focus towards research in organic agriculture and organic products. That is still lacking and they need to scale up. Some of the universities have started to do a lot, but much more has to be done. The third challenge is small farmers individually cannot reach markets, they cannot produce so much. Therefore, they have to be created into groups. If the farmer groups are very small, then there is a challenge of scale economy. How do they produce enough and how do they process and reach markets? If the groups are very large, then there are management challenges. For example, if some of the farmers do something that is not organic, what is not allowed in organic, then the entire group is affected. So you need high integrity, very dedicated farmers in the groups. That again requires a lot of conviction and training. So these are challenges which in the last 20 years, as I told you, when we started off, there was only around 45,000 certified organic farmers. Today, there are 11 lakh 50,000 certified organic farmers and another 30 lakh farmers who are either in conversion or they are following PGS method of organic farming. There are two, three different methods of organic farming. So if you look at that, around 40 lakh farmers are now involved in organic farming, which is a good scale.
Mm.
And they now require a lot of research support, technical training support, and marketing support. So these are the challenges, and perhaps these are some of the solutions.
Amazing the way you explained this, Mr. Menon. And now I would
Thank
also
you.
like you to shed some light on ICCOA being a knowledge and learning hub for organic agriculture. So, what are the kinds of or types of trainings or resources you provide to the farming community in this whole organic ecosystem? Would you like to share that with us as well?
Yes, sure. Basically, 80% of our time and resources are spent on training. We are basically a competence center. So our role is to build capacities. Even when we create market structures and trade fairs, we have to train them to be how to make the best out of these platforms. In our training, what we do is we have a combination of classroom, lecture room trainings and
Mhm.
field trainings. So, incidentally, as I mentioned, some of the universities have developed certain contents, but a lot of international organization, for example, IFOM, the International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movements, based in Germany, they are the umbrella organization, so they have a lot of training manuals. Then we are a technical partner to a research institute in Switzerland. It's called FIBL, FIBL. It stands for Research Institute for Organic Agriculture. It's based in a very beautiful small village in Switzerland called Frick. So we have a partnership with them. And also have a lot of Indian partners who have developed a lot of modules, training modules. So these modules we then translate into local languages. Kannada in Karnataka, Hindi in the Hindi belt, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, in languages that wherever we are working, and we take this training to the farmers. That's one level. But classroom trainings are never enough for farmer.
Okay.
They need to see, they need to touch, they need to feel it.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of demonstrations. So
Mm.
whenever a training program is happening, most of the time we will also have pandals, pavilions to demonstrate. For example, how to make a panchagavya, how to make a jivamrita,
Oh.
what are the best way to make vermicompost, how is the best methods of composting practiced. So we show those demonstrations. So that is the second level of training, demonstration. Third is we take a lot of exchange visits.
Mm.
That means we take a group of farmers from one place to another group of farmers who have been doing organic farming in a perhaps a little better way. Someone who had been doing for more years so that they can pick and learn. So these are exchange visits from one place to another place. Other than these three classical methods, which has been in practice for a long time, now in the recent past, we have started to give digitized training.
Mhm.
For that, we have developed an app which is very simple to use even by a farmer.
Okay.
And all our people, ICCOA, the organization, we have 415 staff across this 24 states currently that we are working with.
Mhm.
So in each of our staff, we give this app on the phone and they go to the farmer and they can show it how the farmers can use it. Say, for example, if the farmer faces a pest or a disease or a problem in the farm and they want to take a remedy, they can take a picture,
Mhm.
a photo, or a video, or an audio clip, and
Mhm.
they can just post it in the app.
Mhm.
And this clip reaches our technical team here sitting either in Delhi. We have a regional office in Delhi and we have head office in Bangalore. See, in both the places, we have a technical team. They will analyze this query
Mhm.
and can send a solution over the same app
Okay.
in form of a written matter or in a form of a video audio clip. So
Okay.
it becomes much easier to reach across. So that is another level of training that is being developed in the last 1.5 to 2 years.
Okay. Amazing the way you explained this, Mr. Menon. And now this brings me to my second last question, we would say. In terms of your futuristic goals, in this phenomenal 20 years of journey, whatever you have done, how would you like to take this forward to the, next 5 to 6 years? And where do you see the organization going forward?
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Well, 20 years, exactly 20 years has passed. This is 2024, and we started in 2004. And we traveled quite a distance. A little bit, it makes us happy, but it also throws us a lot of challenge. As your questions also were passed about challenges, and those challenges are some of them are still there, and we have to surmount it.
Mm.
And therefore, what we now see is the challenge lies on one side in the technology. How do you make the technology better to make farmers switch? to organic farming, and how do we ensure markets for them? Now, in terms of markets, very good number of companies, startups, ventures are starting,
Okay.
and that is a good indication for the future.
Mm.
As an organization, as ICCOA, International Competence Centre for Organic Agriculture,
Mhm.
we envision that in the next 5 years,
Okay.
this India's growth, the market that we have reached 10,000 crores,
Mhm.
now it should start growing much faster, and it should reach about 50,000 crores in the next 5 years. And by 2034, that is the next 10 years, we might be able to touch 1 lakh crore worth of markets.
Oh.
Our vision is that 50,000 crores of market happens within the country, which is our branded retail markets, and another 50,000 crores worth of exports will be happening from India. So that Indian farmers, India's produce reaches the global world, global market. As part of that vision, we want to create another platform, another structure where these kinds of marketing negotiations, marketing, a real business of farmer and the companies can happen. And the governments are also present to see that how they can provide an enabling environment. So, Kajaji, we are very happy to announce through your media that
Mhm.
we are launching a very interesting program called BioFest.
Okay, about
You
this.
know, bio is a word for organic. In the Europe, they call bio or bio for organics. So we are saying bio stands for organic, also pesticide free,
Mhm.
natural products. Means all food which are free of chemicals and fertilizers would be welcome at that platform. It's like a festival.
Oh.
We are inviting, it's already the first one is announced, and let me announce it here on the 27th and 28th December 2024. We are doing it in Bangalore as a first edition.
Mhm.
We are going to invite, and many of them are confirmed, the India's biggest and largest companies in organic agriculture are going to be present here. And we are inviting farmer producer companies and certified organic farmers, natural farming organizations from all over to come and participate.
Okay.
Many state governments, central government are also confirmed. For example, the Ministry of Cooperation will be there, represented by the Secretary Cooperation.
Mhm.
They have launched a very large company recently called the National Cooperatives Organics Limited, NCOL. They will be present, a very big buyer. Many other companies are going to be there, and also farmer producer companies. So the BioFest 2024,
Okay.
this is our launch, and every year we will do this program, not only in Bangalore, we will also make it a traveling event. We will do it in different parts wherever we see that this is going to be useful and where there are support also from the state governments. So this is our vision to take this. Another vision, part of our vision is also to go global. ICOA, currently we, as we are, as you know, we have worked in almost all parts of the country, 28 states.
That.
But now we also want to go to internationally. For example, we are now talking to UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Mhm.
We already had a meeting in Dubai.
Mhm.
We are wanting to start our work or an office there. We'd also like to expand to South Asia and Africa. So this is as a vision for me and my organization. My board, an elected board of 9 people, are very strongly in support of us. They are the vision making body. And with them and with the stakeholders like you, media and everybody, we would like to take this journey forward.
Okay. That's really amazing the way you have just announced the launch of BioFest 2024 through this platform, and Business Connect wishes you all the best for this initiative, and we hope that this goes really well and this would be able to create more impact in the industry. So I guess, Mr. Menon, this seems to be the perfect place to end this conversation. But before doing so, I would like you to share any kind of a message, through our platform. So could you just please go ahead with this?
Well, very good. Nice. A message at the end is very appropriate. So thank you for asking for that. And let me give a small background to this message. So our research shows a paradox.
Mhm.
each consumer, and food, everybody is a consumer. So everybody is worried or concerned about food. That the food that they are buying or consuming, is it really safe? Is it really healthy? So there is this awareness.
Hmm.
However, the paradox is they're not acting on it.
True.
So we are not able to understand that if they are worried that food is bad, why are we not acting on it?
Hmm. Indeed.
You see, when we interact with people, we know that people the spending power of most of the middle class has grown a lot, and people are really spending on a lot of lifestyle products, whether it is going to a cinema or going out to eat,
Hmm.
education, foreign tour, everything they're spending, and that's a good sign.
Hmm.
But when it comes to food, people are not really worried. They are still looking at food to be cheap.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it to organic foods. The moment food is organic, when organic food is available in the market, they are a little more expensive than ordinary. Little more in the sense that sometimes they are 20% more expensive, 25% more expensive, sometimes maybe 50% more expensive.
Hmm.
On an average, around 30 to 40% more expensive.
Hmm.
We understand that this has to be worked, but people do have the dispensable income to afford that kind of a food. And when they know that the food safety is such an important concern, we are not able to understand why are they not shifting to a better alternative called organic food. So my message and also my appeal
Mhm.
to all of us out there is,
Mhm.
please consider food as the most important part of your lifestyle, and let us not take food for granted.
Indeed.
If you have to pay a little extra, if
Mhm.
you have to take an extra effort to get good food,
Mhm.
please take that effort. Please make that expenditure for a larger good to your own health.
Mhm.
Organic foods and products offers a healthy option
Mhm.
to all of us as human beings, but also for a healthy environment, a healthy soil,
Mhm.
healthy water or safe water, good water, animals. So overall, a better, more sustainable planet Earth is what it will finally give. And therefore,
Mhm.
at the end of this, I would like to say a
Mhm.
very ancient wisdom, something that we have been hearing from a long time.
Mhm.
In Ayurveda or in our ancient knowledge,
Mhm.
they say, you are what you eat.
So,
Finally, we our not only our bodily health, even our mind is also affected by what we eat.
mhm.
Here I'm not talking about veg or non-veg.
Mhm.
Whatever is the food, we should make an effort that this food is coming from a good source.
Mhm.
Let us think of the organic farmer who has taken that much of effort
Mhm.
in shifting from an easier chemical farming but bad for
Mhm.
environment to a difficult option of organic farming.
Mhm.
They have stopped chemical farming, which was easy, moved to an organic farming, which is difficult for all of us. So let us take that benefit and make organic food part of our lifestyle. This is my message. Thank you.
Amazing. This is truly amazing the way you have conveyed the message here, and I hope that all of our audience out there would be able to, grasp this and take this, message into their lives and opt for organic farming. And we hope to connect with you again for more such interesting topics. Okay, and but for today, this is where we should end the conversation, I believe. So thank you so much again, and all the best for future endeavors.
Thank you very much, Kajal ji. This was wonderful interacting with you. Your questions were very insightful. It gave us also more food for thought, and we really enjoyed this interaction with you. Thank you very much for your interaction.
Pleasure is all ours. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.